Oh, damn it. I gotta put my thing back up. My wormhole ain't on base. If you can, want to collect the iris? I was just doing this one man, but oh yeah, these battle modes. And in the warehouse to the east, there is a extra walker gear if you want. Stuck on what? Yeah. Oh, really? I got this one. I ran out of zombies, actually. I have it. Ooh, I'm actually starting to get hungry. Go after the mortar. Go after the other mortar. Oh, there's another side op. Yeah, we're right ahead of schedule. everything's in order. Orders. I got them. Oh, what the fuck? Keep forgetting to put my wormhole back up over there. Also, there's ammo if you need. If you need them, bring my wormhole down. Did you unlock the... Oh, you didn't unlock the epic bow yet? I'll put an extreme on after this. And milk extremes. It's easy to two-man extremes. I'll run assault class. Yeah. Oh, cool. Let's go here. How's your Cuban looking? Your Cuban energy. How much have you gathered so far?
Make a party after this?
Yeah, I'll make a party. Give me one moment. Bear with me one moment. I will making a party now. Let's see if Malhama's on. There he is. Who else? Alright, party chat is on. Hey, Mahama?
Yeah. It's hard to hear you.
Oh, it's easier to hear me now?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll run. Yeah.
You already priced it.
Alright, I'll put the extremes on. And I will run assault class.
Do you have extra bottles?
Yeah.
How do you get these cassettes?
I stumble around single player and I come across them. And we can attack a boss creature together. It's easy to two-man the extremes. It's not as hard as you would think. Especially on this map.
How will we attack it together?
Alright, so
Between the rounds?
yeah. And the strategy I use is use your cardboard fencing to defend main drill for the first couple rounds. Just regular cardboard fencing. I'll show you how to place it. I'm bringing air cannons.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you do? Cool. And you just save air cannons for the last 2 rounds. Okay, I already have 80 bottles with me. I'm bringing.
Nice. You want me to bring cardboard?
Yeah, cardboard fencing helps. I have cardboard fencing too. We could, yeah, the cardboard fencing is really good. It saves on all your resources. And I can always send my, team out for more adhesive or shit like that. Can I buy adhesive? I've never checked. Could buy 100 firing units. So it's pretty decent.
How much is that? 5,000 battle points for that. That's kind of steep. It's easier to find it. I'm ready when you are. Sure, I have enough ammo. Oh shit. Yeah, cardboard fencing, it saves a lot in everything. Bullets, resources, time. Because you can just have them like running around in circles until I can manage them in one herd. have this guy sneaking around. And yeah, we'll just attack boss creature together between rounds. No reason in over-exhausting our efforts. You want to do the cardboard fencing this round? Then I'll do it next.
Let me know where to put it.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'll do it this round just so you know wherever I'm putting it all.
Did you put your wormhole where the boss is? The hangar where the boss is?
Copy that. Where are you? Are you close?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll show you where. I'll show you where to put the cardboard. Just come up here. Alright, cool. Alright, so the first place I put it is on this staircase on the bottom, facing the ledge. Then on the one on the top of the staircase. And then another one on the bottom here, so they just like walk off the edge. So they have to like walk all the way around the building again if they want to come back up. Then I come back up
You want
here.
another one connecting to this?
No, that's fine. That's fine as it is, because they have a little, they sprint when they hit it. They go into a full sprint and they don't change direction. And then I put the last two over here, so I end up using 5 in total when it comes to the first round. And
What about the side?
hold on. Which side are you talking about?
Right here.
Usually they don't come through that way. I notice they usually come right here. But you know, just keep an eye on if they come through right here. You'll know if they do. But usually I've been doing this by myself on hard. You know, and I've been able to hold it off on my own, just putting them right there. They really haven't come through the left. It hasn't been an issue, but you know, for your peace of mind, you could put something there. And I'll put a couple over there. Okay, you got the fencing here? Cool. I'll go out, yeah, I'll put the wormhole down over here, like you asked for.
Can you get the side missions too?
Absolutely. Alright, wormhole in position. Yeah, I would just on the first round just use regular fencing and cardboard. You know, it's just to misdirect them and keep them binded up, and I can deal with the rest. Deliver some materials too if you need it. Rare material. Shit, I gotta craft some lures. I have enough time. Alright, I'll lure these creatures in the beginning. I'm ready to activate. I'll speed up the drill.
Alright. I'm gonna focus on lure.
Yeah, we can both lure. We can both do it. Just make sure you don't lure the bombers in with them, because they have a tendency of popping and killing the herd.
You gonna start on the boss?
No, no, I'll help you. I'll help you out till I'm sure we have full control of the situation. Then, if you know, I see we have control, I'll start handling the boss creature. Also, this gives us time to gather materials from these detonators. We're not in a rush, you know what I mean? Alright, that's all of them. Grab this side up, then I'll go after main creature. Unless you want to grab it. Actually, you know what? I'll do it.
No, I'll focus on this.
Yeah, I can multitask. Alright, I'm going after boss creature then. Everything alright? Let me know if you, even if you lose track of one or two, just know they're gonna get caught up on the cardboard fencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cardboard fencing isn't durable, but it's enough just to misdirect them. Which buys us time. Ah, damn. The boss creature made it to the outside. What do I have? Alright, I'm just meleeing him to death then. He's gonna hurt himself. Yeah, he overexerted his main attack. Oh, you can get the side ops if you want. I got enough time to deal enough damage to him. Zombies.
Going back to base.
Copy that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to activate the side digger too. I have him like, this guy's fucking having a seizure right now. It's fine. He's about dead. Oh, there's a side op over here, actually. Let me grab that. Did you activate the side digger yet? We need the side digger activated.
Yeah, I'm about
Activate it in the enclosure where the fences are, the barbed wire.
to. Can you come back to speed up the thing?
Yeah, I'm on my way. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'm looting something right now. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Shit, shit, shit. I'm on my way. I'll go grab the I'll go grab the original guys while you do that. I can, you know, we can take turns. Now, I was always under the assumption that you had the assault class leveled up too.
Yeah,
So I was wrong. Oh, you did. I remember that.
I used to only use the assault. But then I found the bow kind of interesting.
It is. I like the I like using Jaeger. I use Jaeger like I used to like the, well, in the beginning I was using the Scout. I think everyone was. But yeah, I've come accustomed to the Jaeger class. The second you get a compound bow, I think the compound bow, the epic bow is only useful if you have a Jaeger. Alright, I got them all lured up. They're done. Just done.
I'll grab the side up.
Copy that. I'll keep them lured this round and take turns. Can I get up here? Oh, wait a second. Can I get up here? Oh. I'm trying to find ways I can stay out of their reach and still lure them in one area. Sometimes we get on top of these sideways shipping containers. No, can't use that area. No use.
I feel like that.
I'm actually gonna bring them all over here to the what do you call it? This thing. I think there's a couple. I think there might be one. I'm not I don't have Lord. I see him running around. I think he's been hitting the cardboard fencing. I think.
I'm heading back now. I'm getting tired.
What is it? Can he hit me up here? Oh, I think I might have found somewhere. Yep, I found a place. Alright, I can keep them all lured right here. There used to be this online flash game I used to play. It was called Last Stand, and it pretty much was this. It's like, yeah, it was like it had several like iterations. There was one where it was a side scroller. There was one where it was a base defense, and then there was one where it was a co-op multiplayer. It was set with the zombie apocalypse. You're dealing with zombies and shit.
There's a game coming out World War Z. You seen the trailer of that?
World War Z. It's not like the movie, right? It's not the tsunami zombies, right?
Yeah. It is kind of like that. It's not a
Or it's just like a wave.
Yeah.
I think I'm really focused on. I like the new Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I've heard it too.
That looks good. I like that because I think sometimes they forget how to make zombies scary. They just make them like just like this game. It's just like they're tedious. Look, you just stand on top of somewhere high. And even that is part of the zombie genre, where it's like I used to like the Dawn of the Dead movies. You ever see those? Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, where they're in the It's like they're good at dealing with the zombies. They're good at dealing with the zombies. They're like National Guard troops, and they're kind of used to.
They're stuck in the shopping mall.
Yeah, the one that's stuck in a shopping mall. And they're kind of like handling the zombies like you would handle like a chore. You know what I mean? Like the zombies are still like a threat every once in a while, but most of the time it's just like they're able to outsmart the zombies and take control of the shopping mall. It was a good movie. That's probably one of my favorite movies. This game reminds me of Dawn of the Dead. Out of all the zombie stuff, this reminds me of Dawn of the Dead, where it's just like the one scene where they like the old 1970s one where they were like going to the they're finding Mack trucks and cordoning off parts of the mall and luring them in one area and killing all of them. Like, this kind of reminds me of that movie, while Resident Evil reminds me more of like Night of the Living Dead, being stuck in a mansion, close quarters, and the zombies are still scary.
Alright. Do you have air timers with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I put them this round?
No, save them for third. This round is still there's still this round right here is probably going to be the easier of all the rounds, the easiest of all the rounds, because they don't really go for the support digger as much, because it's kind of like the way I placed it, it's kind of out of the way. Yeah, so they don't really go for it. Forgot to bring Magnum rounds. Oh, you speed it up? Yeah. Just grabbing some adhesive. So you need to craft any more of those. Yeah, I got it. Shit, why's my guy always getting hungry? Alright, you got several that made it through.
Yeah, I got it.
They're not. I'm not really too worried about them. They're just gonna get stuck in the fencing, but So I don't have control over all of them yet. Damn, another fucking bomber? Ah, shit, bomber killed a bunch. I knew it was gonna happen, but yeah. Whoa! I'm fine. It's fine. I have revive pills.
I will give you 1 minute.
Copy that. Tracker. I think he's on to you. Alright, I'm getting a large section of them. I'm going to keep them pinned in this area over here. How many don't I have control of? Do you know?
The rest over here, I put it air cannon, so they're not going.
Okay, cool. Are they stuck on the fencing? They didn't take down any of the cardboard fencing, did they?
No, I put it air cannon.
Alright. So we're good. Alright, one peeled off from me. Actually, I think, okay, never mind, I got control of him. He's back. What the hell? The game's glitching out. The music is glitching out for me.
Network unstable.
Yeah, it's glitching out for me. Maybe. Let me shut down my, I have my laptop running. Is it back to normal yet? I shut my laptop down.
I'm back. I'm getting the extra iris.
Cool.
In the hang.
Alright. What the hell? I have a zombie stuck on the other side, on the outside of this building over here.
these cardboard boxes, they look pretty good.
Yeah. They do. I enjoy them. It's just they're so delicate. That's the problem with them.
Yeah.
They're too delicate. Damn, they did that much damage? What?
So what?
To me, like one. I got one slap, and I have like injuries in my chest and knees. One slap.
Big step.
That was a big slap. All right, so we can start setting up air cannons now. I'll set mine on the sides here. Oh, one of yours are still standing, actually.
Yeah, one to the right. One to the left, I can put down. I'm gonna put a turret up here for the two mortars that spawn here.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Actually, how much time we got? We got 2 minutes. I gotta take a leak. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Alright, I'm ready to start it up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty. You can grab that side op if you want. Oh yeah, and ammo resupply is active.
heard something break. What's happening?
It's my fence. I'm putting up fencing so I can get the upper hand. It's not yours. It's my throwaway fencing. Orders on. You see which one it is?
Yeah, I'm on it. Oh,
Oh, they're hitting the drill went down. Are you on it?
yeah.
Oh, let's say, I got him. Got him. Just start to drill up. Everything else is secondary.
Don't hide this time to let me know if you need it back.
Copy that.
Got a mortar?
Got him. Well, hold on, I got trackers. Okay, got him. Actually, I think you're... I got him. Neutralized.
You say ammo resupply? You found that? I don't see it.
Should be... Did you already grab it? I thought I activated. Sorry, I don't think... Never mind, I don't think I activated. I thought I did.
Hey, I don't
That's weird. I thought I activated it. Alright, be careful, there's going to be a slight lag. Oh, what? Oh, shit, I'm fucked. Oh, come on.
What happened?
Fucking game. I nearly died. Oh, there's a bomber here. There's a, little piece of shit calling. Let me see. I could have sworn I activated this thing. Oh no, I didn't activate it, my bad. Alright, now there we go.
Those hand cannons are too overpowered.
You think?
Yeah.
That's why I usually save them to like the end.
Yeah. You can literally finish the heart on yourself just by putting 4 airplanes.
Also, on top of that, it's like a you can just bring the material into a patch to do them. You don't really need to bring them. Still serve a purpose. Ooh, shit. A lot of assholes here. Oh, the water's up. You see him? Good job, Rhino's. I didn't even see what the fuck I unlocked. I unlocked something.
Tree flower.
Freaking quiet scene.
Did you?
Oh man,
Did you get this? Did you get battle points? Just to say.
Yeah, I got battle. You didn't get battle points?
No, cassette. You get that from the battle point area, right?
Yeah, from the battle point area.
What's your emoji? Oh, one second, sorry. Oh, my bad, sorry. Mama, what's up? Steve, hello?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
No, pretty
How
good, you
you?
know. Just pretty good, you know. This is gonna play a couple games before I head off, sleep. But oh, me and Steve were talking about this, Mama. Your favorite thing. We were talking about Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. We had some good ideas.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to tell. I didn't say this, but I think this is what they miss in The Hobbit. Is that I feel like Gandalf could have told Thorin about him meeting his father.
How would
Uh,
Gandalf do that? Again, I don't
he
think
didn't have
Gandalf.
time, you know. He didn't
Yeah.
have
That
time.
was important though, because Thorin, you know, he had said for 2 movies, I believe my dad's alive, and I feel like that was an important thing he should have said.
Nah, I think if
Yeah.
Gandalf would have said that, I think it would have fucked up it would have fucked up Thorin's mentality going into the mission. He
No,
want
but at least telling him that his father was alive, that he was right, you know, then he could
no,
have, you know, maybe
it's
listened
not.
to
It's
him.
not. It's not so much that the father's alive. It's that the father was insane and didn't want to come back. Would have fucked up Thorin's mentality going forward with the mission.
Yeah, it's true.
Thorin would have been like, "How could my father, pretty much not just disown me, but disown our whole heritage, disown our whole legacy, turn his back on all of us, pretty much." That
I
would have
got this
been.
Thorin statue, Steve. Have I shown you that?
Oh no, you didn't show me.
Take a picture.
You didn't get Gladriel. I know that much.
No, that's too. It's sold out, dude. That costs like 500.
Yeah, was it?
Man, it's the internet. You can get a Gladriel.
Where is it? Oh, alright. As long, yo, Mama, if you got Thorin, bro, you gotta send me a picture of that, bro. Thorin's like my favorite character.
Yeah, Pony
Always
likes Thorin.
Yo,
Thorin, I'm kind of like yeah.
nah, bro.
He got the
Thorin, bro.
Yeah. My two favorites is well just visually. I think I was telling Pony one of my favorite actors who ever acted in one of the films is the guy who played what's his name's father played Legolas's father.
Oh, Lee Pace?
Yeah. I just like the way he played the role, and I thought it was funny when he was roasting what's his name? He was roasting Gandalf. Yeah, he was no when he was roasting Gandalf. Gandalf came to the second Gandalf walked into the tent. He kind of he kind of rolled his eyes. He was like, "Oh, here we go."
But I kind of like how his smile really, you know, like he honestly looks like his smile got me.
Whoa, really? It got you hot? Got you hot and heavy?
No, like that scene when they were gonna fight, what's it called? When they're about to open the doors and elves are about to fight, you know, his smile got me. I'm like, yeah, this guy, he does. But I still feel like he should have told him, like, listen.
If you tell him, you have to, dude. It's gonna fuck up Thorin if he finds out his father is just like. Huh?
He should have at least told him that, hey, your dad was alive. He told me to tell you this. At least he should have told him something.
Dude, I don't.
Because listen, he's been talking about his dad. Like, hey, you know, I believe my dad's alive. I've been looking all over the bodies, and I believe he's alive.
But you gotta remember, Gandalf is like he's really smart, he's intelligent. If there's a reason he felt like you shouldn't tell him that, then there's a reason he felt like you shouldn't tell him that.
But that means Thorin died knowing that his dad was never alive.
It's probably better to know that his father died an honorable death and was like, lived as a coward. It's better to think his father died as a hero than lived as a coward. It's kind of like, I'll put it like this. You know what's the best way to say it is Star Wars. Remember Obi-Wan didn't want to tell Luke Skywalker that his dad was Vader for a reason, because he wanted him to aspire to how Anakin was before he became Vader, rather than aspire to know the truth. The truth isn't the Nice.
It's a little loading for me actually right now. Oh, that looks sick. Yo, you got Bard, you got Legolas.
I like Bard.
Thorin, okay, I like that throne though. The first picture for you though it says corrupted, so I can't look at that.
Yeah, it came out corrupted for me too.
That looks nice. But Muhammad, you should totally, you know, send me the Thorin, you know, because
What are you gonna do with it? How you gonna, it's gonna get broken in your house. You got too many siblings. You got too many kids running around.
yeah, actually I'm right. I think you'd be the last person to trust me with something like that.
It's better off where it is.
Hey, but I'm not a what you call that word? A careless kid though. I take care of my
I know, but it's not.
my-
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh, go ahead. You still got what? You still got what?
I still got, you know, my Amazing Spider-Man 2 action figure a couple years ago, and my Spider-Man 2 Tobey Maguire figure.
Oh man,
I still got those.
I gave mine to my son. You fucked everything. Actually, you know what? I started a collection with my son. We were collecting all the Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
Marvel Legends?
Marvel Legends. Yeah, I like the Marvel Legends. I just
Marvel Legends are amazing.
yeah, I collected all of them with him.
They're like the mini Hot Toys, like just the baby version of the Hot Toys.
I'm surprised at the detail they get to capture like the faces.
The faces aren't that good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think.
What? No, I have a face of the Spider-Man
My brother
Homecoming.
No,
But
but my brother has the T'Challa figure, and that doesn't look that good at all.
they're not good with black people.
I mean, for Homecoming, I looked at it. It was alright. I'm not gonna say it was the best. Things look a little too.
The thing I'm upset about with Marvel Legends is they really didn't do as much with the X-Men. It's they did more with Spider-Man than they did with the X-Men, and Spider-Man was owned by 20th Century Fox. They did a lot of Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. You know, those aren't. I like the X-Men.
Thor was bad. I just seen the figures differ. There's a 3-pack of Thor who Thor was terrible. You see his face, it did not look good at all.
Yeah, I don't like. Actually, just the character Thor is hard to do because it's not like the other characters where it's like a well-known costume. Thor's costume is just like ever changing. It's never like how you see it in the comics. Same with Wolverine. They don't even Marvel Legends doesn't have a lot of Wolverines. I got the Old Man Logan. I didn't get the Wolverine in costume like I wanted. I wasn't very impressed with the brown suited Wolverine. I didn't get that one. I looked at it. I was like, eh. I actually did get it. I'm sorry. I did get.
He was actually pretty cool about his like yellow black suit.
The yellow black. I want an actual. I don't know how you say. I want like a. I wanted a whole lineup for Wolverine. The whole lineup. You know what I mean? The X-Men animated series lineup. I have the Rogue. I don't have. That's it. That's actually the only one I have. I have Rogue and X-23 for me and my son. Those are the only two I have. I don't have Gambit. I don't have Cyclops for some reason. I feel like they don't like Cyclops. I don't know why fucking people don't like Cyclops. I never understood the Cyclops hate.
Yeah, Jean Grey, wasn't it?
Oh wait, I have Cable. I have 2 different types of Cable, and I have
Cable, right.
I have Deadpool. I'm surprised at how many these Marvel Legends I have. My son plays with all of them too. That's the crazy thing.
He
doesn't break them. He puts them down.
Figures that
Yeah.
actually you gotta be careful of the arms, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
left to right. You gotta be careful around them.
Use hot water. You gotta use hot water if it feels like when you take it out the package and it's stuck. Use hot water.
No, especially in what's it called, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 one I had. like his arms, like his body is short, you know, because Spider-Man's of course.
I have a lot of shit. I have like 3 different types of Black Panther. No, actually, I think I have 4.
Wait, did you complete the Build-A-Figures? I know they had names.
Oh, I have 2 Build-A-Figures. I have Ocelot, Sasquatch. Oh, 3. Ocelot, Sasquatch, and Space Knight Venom.
Oh, is that the white and black version?
It's Space Knight. No, it's Space Knight Venom. It's Venom, but it kind of looks like he's wearing a knight's uniform. It was when Flash Thompson, not Agent Venom, but Space Knight Venom. That's the name of the figure.
Oh, Space Knight. Alright.
Yeah.
For Agent Venom, did you think his story was alright?
Yeah, it was good. It was talking about how it was supposed to be an analogy for post-traumatic stress disorder caused by war, where there's like,
and yeah,
that's what Space Knight Venom represented. That there's like a part of your brain when you go to war for long periods of time, when you develop post-traumatic stress, there's like a part of your mind that you're not fully in control of, and that only knows how to react to certain stimuli. That's kind of how Venom is. Like, Venom doesn't listen to the host that's wearing it. It just kind of reacts to things in its environment.
yeah.
That's how Venom. So it was supposed to be an analogy for that. I thought it was smart the way they did it, but the thing is, man, with comic books, I've noticed something, man. You can't read comic books from every single Tom, Dick, and Harry that writes. There's only certain people who know how to write comics. Not everyone can write comics.
Yeah, I actually think about right now because I heard there was more than one symbiote. I know there's Carnage, of course, and there's one, there was a woman, I forgot what it was.
Lasher, there's Lasher. There's tons of them, man. They crapped them out in the 90s, left and right.
But I heard the symbiote isn't really bad. It's basically you, like whatever.
No, the symbiotes are above all, they focus on their own survival, even over your survival. Like, symbiotes will leave you for a better host. They're gold diggers. Yeah, they're gold diggers. They're gold diggers. They'll leave you for a better host. Bigger. They're always looking for a bigger, better deal.
Yeah, that reminds me because there was this one comic, I think it was back, it's like when it was a Venom symbiote. It went to this host, it went to this mob boss's son, and it was versus Spider-Man. Yeah. Spider-Man beat him up so bad, you know, and even the guy's like, so the guy ran away, and when he was swinging, the symbiote left him because he said, "You're a coward, I don't want to deal with you."
Yeah. Muhammad, you left the horde unchecked.
No. I got it. The couple went through.
Yeah, they started. Don't worry, I have the, remember, I have the cardboard fencing there. Even if they get through, they'll be, stuck where they're at.
You gonna start on the bar?
Yeah. Just grabbing some of these side ops before I head over.
The craziest one I've seen with the symbiote is that I know, well, like I said, what's his name, Green Goblin, he had the symbiote once, and he was versus Miles Morales.
Was that the ultimate? That's the ultimate universe?
Yeah, I think it was that one, yeah. And I know he tried eating it, and it didn't let him, so it spat it out, and then the symbiote left him, and then a cop shot a Green Goblin, and he got killed.
I think the best symbiote story was back in the 90s called Separation Anxiety, where they had, that's where they spawned the different symbiotes from Venom. And it was Venom in San Francisco. I think Spider-Man made a cameo in that comic book series. It was pretty good. And Venom was fighting these guys who had Iron Man suits. And it was called the Life Foundation. You know, it was like this group of guys with these Iron Man suits, hunting symbiotes. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was a cool. It's called Separation Anxiety. That series. and it was part of the Venom story arc called Lethal Protector. That was the name of the comic book friend, the whole comic book storyline. It was pretty good. Watch out. Yeah. Well, Stan Lee was an editor. He created a lot of the ideas, but mostly he was think of him as like the J. Jonah Jameson of Marvel. He was an editor. He would decide which ideas were good and which ideas were bad. He came up with like great ideas like off the spot, but Jack Kirby was the guy who wrote stories. He was the main storyteller of them. Jack Kirby, yeah, imagine if he's a good storyteller, everyone would have hired him. Avi Arad, that's a good one too. He did a lot of Spider-Mans. J. Jonah Jameson was his job was mostly like editorials. Also, think of J. Jonah. I'm sorry, think of Stan Lee as J. Jonah Jameson. That came to Marvel. He hated Thor. Fucking Stan Lee, he had a perpetual hatred. The reason he didn't like Thor was the long hair, which I kind of get. Like the long hair either. I didn't like Thor 1 and 2. Those were the worst Marvel movies. I get it. I didn't like the talking, No, yeah, they made Thor a woman. Several times. No, I'm just saying Thor 1 and 2 sucked. And they're gonna try to make Thor a woman. You know, she's gonna suck. They're gonna try to make Captain Marvel that lady, the new flagship character in the movies. That's gonna fail. Captain Marvel was a guy, and the female Captain Marvel was Rogue. Rogue beat the shit. Oh yeah, Rogue beat the shit out of her.
Get the side ups. Making that coming.
Copy that. Rogue in the comic books drained Captain Marvel's powers, and Captain Marvel was in a coma for a long period of time, and then they brought her back because they wanted a strong female character lead to take over from Captain America and Iron Man. That's fucking retarded. Just leave fucking Iron Man. I swear. Leave Iron Man the fuck alone. There's two characters I think it's retarded to get rid of. That's either Professor Xavier and Iron Man. You can't get rid of those characters. You have to keep them in. If you don't keep them in, it's like no one cares. I hate when X-Men got rid of Professor Xavier. That's when I stopped. That's when I stopped caring. Yeah, I'm here.
I need to move up here.
Copy. I'm coming.
I'm out of love.
Yeah.
I'll make something from that.
X-Men isn't X-Men without Professor Xavier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it kind of pisses me off when they try to focus on like Wolverine. They think X-Men is no, it's Professor Xavier. Without Professor Xavier, you don't have X-Men.
So I got the side up to you.
Yeah, you can get the side offs. I got them now. Take these guys.
You could put your wormhole at one of the hangars whenever you can.
I think I did. No, I didn't? No, I probably didn't. I think Ponyboy just like disappeared all of a sudden.
No, I'm just quiet, sorry.
You coming in? Oh,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
coming
I
in?
just need to fix up my gadgets because they used to change stuff around.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that new Spider-Man movie? The multiverse. No, multiverse. The newest one that's gonna come out in December.
I think it's alright. I just hope it does not think too cringy like how the cartoon
Oh yeah.
the only Spider-Man that I like is the one with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
2000.
Oh, my favorite one is when he fought Doc Ock. I think that was the best superhero movie I ever seen.
was. Yeah.
That was,
I love Doc
I'm
Ock
surprised.
story, too.
Can I tell you that, man? I think that shit was more compelling than The Dark Knight. Because I was like, there was heart in that movie.
Especially, I feel like number 30 was a little off, but number 2, not actually,
No,
yeah,
Number two had the most heart. That had the most heart. And that was like you felt for Doc Ock and like you cared about the characters involved. That one was probably one of the better superhero movies I ever seen. One of the better movies in general.
especially, what's his name? Number 3 was like the ending, how, what's it called, Sandman felt, like really bad what he did to Peter's wife, and they actually had a good discussion.
Yeah, I think if they let him do what he wanted to do with the movies and just didn't throw Venom in for no fucking reason, the movies would have been a lot better. They didn't need Venom. Yeah, he knew because they threw Venom in. If he just left Sandman, if they let it just be Sandman, it would have been fine. And they could have saved Venom for number 4. I would have been. I don't know why the studios get. I hate fucking this producers in the studios when they get them, because that's what ruined Star Wars. Was the producer involvement, the Kathleen Kennedy woman. That's what ruins fucking movies. These producers push an agenda. They wanted Venom in number 3, which is retarded, because they didn't even. It's too much to do in one movie. They're hitting support.
I bought your name.
Matt Hardy's making they've already made it. Venom movie.
They did. I think certain enemy characters deserve their own movie, like Venom, Doctor Doom. They deserve their own movie. I don't think that.
People are saying Venom is bad.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna watch it. It's like I pay money for it. I don't care. I won't pay money for Solo. I'll pay money for Venom. I like Tom Hardy. The only reason that movie won't flop is because of Tom Hardy, because everyone knows him as Bane. That's why I'm gonna watch it. Fucking Venom's the shit.
Yeah, it is. And the only thing that actually kind of got me, it's not like it was something too big, but the eyes kind of, I felt like they were a little too big. No, not too big, so a little. Like, the Venom we know from like, oh, his eyes are huge, kind of.
Venom, they changed Venom's character so much. They changed the way he looks so much. I don't care. They changed his appearance so much in the comic book. Who cares?
And actually, I like how his voice sounds a little bit because it's actually talking to him. Before we don't really, we didn't see.
Oh no, yeah, Venom's you have to read. You have to be a 90s person. Yeah, Venom. The symbiote talked to Brock. Daddy Brock. The symbiote talked to him.
Yeah. And the symbiote, it was never bad. Like,
no, it was bad.
Yeah.
Venom's symbiote liked to eat people. It liked the taste of human flesh. You don't think?
The symbiote is like, it makes sure both his eyes come
No, it likes to taste. It likes the taste of human flesh. All symbiotes.
No, remember, like Flash Thompson, he wanted to help Spider-Man, and when the symbiote came to him, I want to help you. That's why. I'm not bad.
No, the symbiotes like the taste of human flesh, dude. With Flash Thompson, it wanted to eat people. It likes the taste of human. It likes the taste of human flesh. The symbiotes.
Damn.
You never hear that? You never hear them say that in the comics? You never read comics where the symbiotes talk about eating brains?
Yeah, rings a bell. Yeah.
Yeah, they like that taste. They're kind of fucked up. They like eating people. Say whatever else, but you gotta say whatever. You gotta say whatever else, but the symbiotes. I see you in here.
It says I'm on the tutorial menu.
Is someone on Netflix in your house?
No, everyone's asleep.
Someone has their phone on.
My brother has his phone on, but he's knocked out.
Yeah, he could be asleep with his phone on.
You got it speed up?
Yeah, I got it. I have to craft some more lures. Can you all lure them?
Yeah, I love
But that one character, though, Cord, honestly, he's Thor Ragnarok, I think people want him to have a standalone movie, which I don't really see why.
That would be a waste.
it.
There it goes. Yeah, I think something's wrong with his bandwidth. I like Spider-Man, but I don't like new Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that actor, he doesn't even look like Spider-Man.
They keep making him a damn high schooler. That's the thing that bothers me.
Like the children in you know?
Yeah, they always make him for...
The one Tobey Maguire played it, that was like...
He was becoming a man! And then they just altered it and remade it. Like, Spider-Man is like one of those characters like perpetually in high school. That sucks. That's hell. I hear you got a cannon. I can hear the air cannon.
Yeah.
Must be to remake the party. It's not the party, dude. I don't think it's the party. I think someone probably has their device on while they're sleeping.
Yeah, I just told them because I think they're good now.
It happens. Something with the you know what I think it is? I think people leave applications running on their phones.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of kills your battery. I hate that. I used to do that back then.
It keeps you. It not only doesn't kill your battery, it kills the bandwidth in whatever area you're in, leaving all those. They're windows.
Yeah.
They're windows. It's more or less leaving a bunch of windows open on. If you have a laptop or a personal computer, it's like leaving a bunch of windows open. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. What are you guys gonna be doing on the 4th of July, by the way?
Nothing. Might set up some fireworks. Probably do some fireworks. I always look for a reason to set off. I have a ton of fireworks. I'm always looking for a reason to set them off. I'll set them off just because it's Saturday.
He had these Starbucks for over like a couple months now, and he's like, I've been waiting for a good day. Finally. But,
we're like on the third wave. Well, there's a bunch of material for you to gather. No one's been doing the material.
Game's already calling.
You know, I don't give a fuck about material.
Actually, how about you, Muhammad? Are you gonna do anything for 4th of July?
Nope.
He's not even, I don't think Muhammad's in America.
No.
Oh, I already got 500 points.
I have all the zombies lured up in here. In the building I was at.
Oh, we're doing streams now.
Yeah. What happened?
Nah, I just got Did you like that kid? Oh, in Thor Ragnarok, did you think what's it called? Valkyrie's story was good?
No. No. Didn't explain anything about her.
I mean, all we know really so far is that
This-
he was.
They didn't.
He was.
Yeah, they didn't explain anything about. Remember how Thor had those friends back in the day, who were helping him out. Remember that?
Yeah.
And they didn't really explain those guys, but they didn't get that much screen time. They were just like, oh yeah, Thor has an Asian guy, and it's a guy who, you know what I mean? Thor had those friends in the other movies. They didn't really explain them. Like they gave Valkyrie like way too much screen time, and they made her have like a weird relationship with Hulk, where they're like play fighting.
Yeah.
And Hulk's happy to see her? Like, Hulk's never happy to see anyone. Hulk can't be happy. If Hulk's happy, then he's not Hulk. He can only activate his power when he's angry.
Yeah.
Hulk smiled at someone and was happy to see him. That's not how the character functions.
Yeah.
Hulk's not happy to see
He was
anyone.
sad. He was sad too.
Yeah, Hulk can only be Hulk if he's angry. He can't be Hulk if he's happy to see you. That's not how his powers work.
When he was angry, you saw what happened. Like, that was
No, his power only works if he's angry. There's no sometimes, yeah, this and that. Sometimes he can smile and laugh at you. No, Hulk is always angry. If he's anything other than angry, then he just turns back into Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
That's not how his powers work.
They could have done something to her.
Done something? What do you mean?
Maybe they had a,
If he has sex with someone, then he's not angry. He'll turn back into Bruce Banner. His powers only work when he's angry. He can't have any other emotion. Any other emotion that's not anger, he's no longer Hulk. That wouldn't make sense any other way. That's why that movie didn't make sense. When the second I saw that scene, that scene doesn't even really fit. You kind of look at it, you're like that seems out of place. It seems out of place when it comes to the character. Right away, you feel it. You're like, that's out of place. Something doesn't belong there.
But I feel like Thor was alright though, of course.
I don't know. Thor was a good character when he was used properly. Valkyrie was out of place. That whole movie could have been done without Valkyrie there. She didn't really like she really didn't do anything other than be Valkyrie.
Loki, of course.
Loki, yeah, Loki's the one who found the ship that they needed to escape. He knew of the ship.
Yeah, Loki. Honest, it's just he was funny.
Yeah, he was the the ship they needed to use to escape that area. Loki found it. Loki was like, yeah, I know of a ship we can use this ship. He did have a purpose. He was Thor's teammate in retaking Valhalla because Hulk didn't care about Valhalla. Hulk, that's the thing. They didn't do Hulk like the way they kind of fucked up Hulk's character because Hulk doesn't give a fuck about Valhalla. Hulk really doesn't give a fuck about anything. He's always angry. He don't give a fuck about shit. He don't care. He don't care if who lives or who dies. He don't care. He's Hulk. He's over here. He's over here play fight. No, not even Professor Hulk. Professor Hulk was a smart guy, but was still angry. Hulk was still angry. He was smart but angry. Hulk only works when he's angry. There's no happy Hulk. There's no happy I'm gonna tickle fight you. Hulk, that's not Hulk. That was strange. And it didn't fit the movie and it seemed off. Everything it didn't fit. I'm surprised it was included. I'm surprised and I think a lot of the comic book crowd has been so brought down over time that they didn't even notice that shit. That wasn't Hulk. I never, in the comic books when I know Hulk, I never seen him laugh and smile at anyone. That's not the Hulk the Hulk I remember. Oh, sorry. The Hulk I remember was just... He didn't care he wouldn't give a fuck about if Thor lived or died. He never liked Thor. Some of the things were funny where he was like, I don't know, some stuff seemed right. Like the stuff with the Grand Master seemed right. The stuff where Hulk was fighting Thor seemed right. But the stuff with Valkyrie just like stuck out like a sore thumb, like it didn't belong in the story. And it didn't. She didn't have any impact on the story.
Yeah.
She didn't have an impact on the story. And I think, like, they literally, yeah, they just included her because she's a woman of color. She didn't really have anything to offer anyone. She wasn't. In storytelling, it's not about like inclusion; it's about storytelling. You don't include things in a story if it doesn't have any. It doesn't serve a purpose on you telling a story, and that's what it seemed like. It was just an inclusionary thing. Like they wanted to show a woman of color. Like they specifically chose a woman of color. They didn't. There was the other guy, Heimdall, which he had a cool story arc where he's protecting the people of Valhalla and giving guidance to Thor through his visions. Yeah, he died.
The thing about Valkyrie is that how did she end up getting married? They didn't explain that.
They didn't even show her dead. Like they literally forgot about her during Avengers. I mean, I didn't see her body.
They're gonna bring her back. They said there has to be Asgard to escape. Not all the Asgardians are dead. Because people want the.
What do you mean she escaped? Who wants her back? They didn't show that in the story. They didn't show the storyline.
No, that's what people have been saying because fans have been asking, hey, what happened before, what happened I was thinking like, oh, we haven't decided about that yet. I heard that there's in they left. So what do you think?
There's people, but I didn't see it in the movie, and I see it in the story. It looks like everyone's dead. It looks like she really served no purpose.
Some stuff didn't make sense. I feel like
she didn't serve. There's nothing. I don't even know. I don't even see in the story where there was room for her. It seemed like she was added last minute. There's really no. I didn't see a purpose for her.
I love that scene where this is good. That's it.
Yeah, you're still in the party. No. It was a comedy. It was like, you're probably you probably might not know about this, but there was this movie back in the day called Flash Gordon.
Was it like a...
It was it was pretty much Thor Ragnarok. The same storyline as Thor Ragnarok. Space, and you're dealing with like these mythical entities that live in space, and they kind of function the same as like normal humans. Flash Gordon. Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok is Flash Gordon.
I'm not gonna lie. But I liked his suit because of nanotech and his people suit, the nanotech.
Who had nanotech?
Terry. Batman Beyond.
It's not the real Batman.
That's why Joker was pissed about that.
He's not even a detective. He's not even a detective. Terry?
No, that's why Batman's helping.
It's not really bad. He's a kid in that suit. As I said, it would have made more sense if they went with just a robot, some thoughtless machine. They just needed something. They needed something just to appeal to kids, so they made Batman Beyond. But in real life, I would picture Batman as using some kind of drone. I don't know.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was alright.
I kind of minded it. It was kind of bothered me. He's not Batman.
I mean, at least we get to see Bruce Wayne. At least, do something other than him. Oh, he just takes over the lab himself.
I thought for me, it would be more interesting if it was like, he just made like a bunch of these like drones patrolling the city. This is more interesting. No, I didn't like Terry McGinnis. I'll never get used to calling Terry McGinnis Batman. He doesn't do any detective work. He literally, Bruce Wayne calls him up and says, "Hey, get in this suit and be here at this time." And Terry McGinnis is okay. Let me cancel my date with what's her face. That's Terry McGinnis. That's his whole character arc. Bruce Wayne sitting there on the computer, doing all this detective work, getting all this information, and he has to call a kid to wear a suit to go fight the guy. In real life, he would just make a drone and drone strike the fucking guy's house while he's sleeping. That's the Batman I know. What the fuck is he gotta call this kid for? What the fuck is this kid gonna do? Just drone strike the fucking house, call in a Batmobile, because it was already established in the earlier movies that Batman could use his Batmobile as a drone and drive it into places and kill everyone. What the fuck is he doing calling this kid? What's this kid got? The kid's only there to implicate him more if he ever gets questioned by the authorities. No, I want to deal with that shit. That's fucking retarded.
Batman could actually fight himself because of...
No, this has no reason. Dude, on some real shit, Batman never has a reason to fist fight a bad guy. He has a Batmobile. He has the Batwing. He has connections in the police department. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make no, I mean, he has Jim Gordon. He could literally solve the crime. Batman can literally have surveillance on you for a long period of time, get a bunch of data on you, get you implicated in a bunch of crimes, then just turn it over to the police. He doesn't have to come over there and punch you. That's retarded. That doesn't even make sense. He has surveillance. He could tie you to a crime if you committed it. He's a detective. He knows how the system works. You robbed a bank, he'll probably have a picture of you robbing the bank. They need to show up and punch you. It's retarded. That makes sense. That makes sense. He has all this other shit of implicating you in crimes. That's all you really need to do to put someone in jail. Is have evidence. Yeah, that's all you need is evidence. And Batman can get evidence. It's romantic. It's this weird romance where it's like you think like he has to show up in your house and wrestle you in a skin tight leather suit to bring you to justice. What the fuck? How do these people write these? I don't know how they write this shit, and people don't like look at it like I don't get it. I don't know. If you're gonna like I don't know, if you're like poison ivy and you're gonna release some chemical and Batman figures it out, why doesn't he just send in like the Batmobile? He just come in a Batmobile and just like destroy the building you in and just like fucking kill you without having to leave his Batmobile. Yeah, that's the old Batman. That's like 1940s Batman does shit like that. But now it's like, I don't know, man. Nowadays, like, they do shit I don't even understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, my suspension of disbelief is, like, shot. Like, I'm like, I can't. No? It makes sense. Like, Batman, when it was Michael Keaton fighting Jack Nicholson, he literally did what I just said. He thought Jack Nicholson was in the factory making chemicals to poison people, and he literally showed up in a Batmobile and blew the fucking place up with everyone in it. That's where I learned the strategy from. But nowadays he doesn't do that shit. What the fuck, man? I don't know. Can you make it make sense for me?
Yes, none.
I never even got that with Spider-Man either.
Which one?
Spider-Man. Any Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is like this kid, right? Is always perpetually he's a high school kid. He never fully becomes a man. Right? That's the first thing about Spider-Man. Never fully becomes a man. But the way he goes about fighting crime is when it interferes directly with his personal life. When he can't get a date anymore, when something disrupts his date, he puts on the Spider-Man suit and he starts punching people. And he had a great victory and solved crime. Right? That's how Spider-Man works. That's all the Spider-Man stories. His crimes are weird too. Have you ever noticed the crime Spider-Man has to stop? Like, he's in New York City. He's in New York City, and it's I'll explain every Spider-Man villain right now. It's white collar business guy gets his hands on super science technology that makes him into a supervillain. That's every Spider-Man villain. Pretty much reverse. Every one of his villains is a reverse Iron Man. Correct?
Yeah. Something actually about Tony Stark, because there was this video about which Marvel character banged who, and I heard that Tony Stark banged Gamora, but he only lasted for like a couple of seconds.
You know what? Tony
it.
Stark makes more sense as a character, as a superhero, than all of the superheroes put together.
His father was didn't he the one who started it first? He was in
No,
World War II.
no, his father didn't make he made the Iron Man suit, right? He made a super suit that allows him to fly around all over the place and kick everyone's ass, right? And the government tries to intervene and say that because he's an American citizen and he made that it belongs to the government. And he's like, no, my super suit belongs to me. It doesn't belong to anyone else. And anyone else who tries to reverse engineer my technology, I am going to show up in my Iron Man suit and fuck them up. Iron Man. That's every Iron Man story ever, and it's brilliant. That makes a fuck. If you literally were a genius right now and you created a fucking super suit, and you notice everyone in the world is trying to recreate your same super suit and use it for, you know, different reasons, you're gonna be like, nah, fuck no. I don't know. You can't reverse reverse engineer my technology without me interfering. That's every Iron Man story in the comic books, and it always made sense to me. I got it. It's like if anything you invent, if you find out people are trying to reverse engineer, you're gonna get lawyers involved. You're gonna interfere with it, right?
Yeah, it's your stuff.
It's your stuff. They're stealing your stuff. That's Iron Man. That's every Iron Man comic book since his creation. And he created the Iron Man suit out of necessity. Like, he needed to make it because he was gonna die if he didn't.
Yeah. Arc reactor.
Yeah, he had to create it. It wasn't like he wanted to create it. Not like that was his intention, was to create a super suit. Like, no, he had to create it because he was going to die if he didn't. Makes sense.
Yeah.
He's the only one that makes sense. He's the only superhero that makes sense. No one else makes sense.
I mean, throughout the whole Marvel universe is that Tony Stark's the one he's the one giving everyone the suit. He's the one basically giving them the houses.
Because he's the only one that makes sense. Remember I said you have to have a story, you have to have a story that makes sense? None of the other ones. Hulk isn't meant to be a hero. First off, they need to fix that. Hulk's not meant to be a superhero. Hulk's a force of nature. He's not a hero. Thor doesn't make sense. Captain America doesn't make sense. Spider-Man doesn't make sense. No one else makes sense besides Iron Man, Hulk, and the Vision. Those are the only 3 characters Marvel has that make sense.
They're the ones that make, like, they're scientists.
No, it's not their scientists. It's, they make sense. They make sense that the way their characters were made, the way their stories were portrayed, makes sense to me.
Could you tell me a little bit more about Vision?
Well, Vision. Well, the thing with Vision was he was created by Ultron.
Oh, you mean Jarvis.
Yeah, he was created by Ultron. He is a sentient, synthetic, humanoid creature who's trying to find his place in the world. We work with AIs all the time. We fuck with AIs. AIs is a real thing. And so imagine AIs weren't in a computer anymore, that they were in this super hero body. They know who they're self-aware, they know what they are, they know they're an AI, they're not a real human being. And the world kind of treats them like a servant, but really they're not a servant. They're self-aware, but they're still treated as a servant. So of course you're gonna be like, you know, I'll help humans out. I don't want to hurt people. I'm not an asshole. But also I want to learn what it means to be human. I want to be human. It's Pinocchio. Vision is Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Vision's Pinocchio.
Like,
Yeah, Vision's Pinocchio. That's the story of Vision. Go ahead.
Like how it says, man.
He wants to be a real boy.
When Ultron and Vision were talking, they're like, oh, you are so naive. He's like, oh, well, I wasn't born yesterday. Oh, humans are.
He wants to be human.
Yeah.
Hey, Luciano.
Yeah, what pants is? Oh, yeah, let's see. Yo, is that new Epic pants?
Gentlemen, I realise that I've kind of sort of invited myself. If I'm not welcome, please do so.
Oh, no, you're fine.
without prejudice.
You're fine, dude.
Okay.
You're good.
No, are those new pants? New Epic pants? They don't look familiar.
I don't think they're Epic pants.
Yeah.
No, they've been around late.
Oh, I thought they look new.
No, I have to go to my
Now, Luciana, if you want to save your ammo, I'm using, I can kill the main boss with melees.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I can kill him with melees if you want to save your ammo.
Well, I mean, this isn't really a concern to me, but I'll have to consider it. I was just brother.
Oh yeah, we've been never mind, that's all. We've been two-manning these extremes. They're pretty easy.
Sooner or later, we're gonna start one-manning.
I can one-man the hards.
Well, it's not gonna No, I mean, I've seen people do one. I think you could do a one-man extreme. I've seen people do it. There's already videos about it.
Come to this game, that's the only time it's fun. Well, I don't really play the game anymore.
I play it, just can I tell you the only thing that keeps me in this game is that I can is the customizing my own character. No other game allows me to do that. Not the way I want to do it.
The reason I'm still playing is because I need field manuals to get airstrike in the base. And then I'm prepared for the future updates.
Oh yeah.
New epics and everything.
If they ever come. It's the problem is
June and they still didn't do the resource rescue.
I heard it's coming out in July or something.
What? They said June. Their patch notes said June. I think Death Stranding is coming out in December.
No, don't even say it, Steve. Don't even say it. You know it's gonna get delayed.
I don't know. Knowing Kojima, he's already showing gameplay. When he's showing gameplay, that means he's done.
I thought the game is already done. Just wait until a while to show.
His thing is his calling card is December. It's always December with him. He likes December.
Is it his birthday or something?
I don't know, some Japanese thing. I don't know. It's always December. You know who, Pony, before I forgot, you know who else shouldn't be a superhero, technically? Should kind of always play a villain? Well, not a villain, but someone who can be perceived as a villain is Black Panther. For him, it's Wakanda first. Like, it's weird when he tries to help them save America, because that's not originally how his character was. Originally his character
was coming to him though. He's just helping friends out, like how he is, you know.
Yeah, that's originally his only friends were people from Wakanda. He didn't want to deal with the outside world at all. In fact, he was the first time you ever see Black Panther in the comic book. He actually originally was a Fantastic Four villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, originally he was a Fantastic Four villain. But I don't think he's a bad guy. But I think they made him a superhero. I don't even think he can really be considered a villain, because it was the Fantastic Four were fucking around in Wakanda. Then here comes Black Panther. Like, oh hell no. I don't think so, bud. The new Spider-Man movie coming out, we're supposed to be Miles Morales. What's the name of the movie? Oh, he's in it? I thought he was dead. Is he gonna be in it? He's gonna be in it. Why is it? You think it's gonna be good? Mysterio. You know who I think should play Mysterio is who is it? Who is it? What's his name? I know who I would like to see as Mysterio. I'd like to see Bruce Campbell as Mysterio. fucked up with
confirmed that
Mysterio.
he's gonna be it.
He's gonna be in it, but he's not gonna be Mysterio, is he? Is he gonna be Mysterio?
Yeah, confirmed he's gonna be it.
No, Mysterio's. Let's picture Mysterio's being older.
Well, I hope they had at least, you know, maybe Vulture again or like the Scorpion because they
Yeah, Jake. I'd picture Mysterio as being older. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be Jake Gyllenhaal seems too much like an actor. Mysterio was a FX guy. He was a he dealt with effects on movies, movie effects, right? That comic book.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to picture a young guy like Jake Gyllenhaal being that accomplished FX guy. I can picture someone older as like what I said, Bruce Campbell, like an accomplished person in Hollywood. Someone older. I always pictured Mysterio as being an older guy.
Yeah, wait, hold on. What pants are these?
Let me see.
The six pants or wolf pants.
Alright.
You probably haven't seen it in that color.
Yeah, I think that's that. Sure, it looks really good.
Excuse me.
I know that Tony Stark has a lot of those automatic voices. Like I know the newest one he has right now is Friday.
Oh, the
With
AIs?
Yeah, the AIs.
Yeah. He likes making AIs. I swear, he's like the only one that makes sense to me. I have trouble reconciling a lot of the superhero movies, like logically. Logically, I have trouble reconciling with these.
Yeah. Mama, you wanna go to the side off just 2000?
Like I understand wanting to help people.
Mono.
Don't get me wrong, I understand wanting to help people.
Cool.
I understand the benevolence behind the superhero. I understand that, and the altruism. I understand that shit. The thing I don't understand is a lot of their modus operandi seem to escape logic.
You got a tracker right there. You got a thing?
He's going after whoever's up. He's going after Pony Boy. Oh, watch out, Tracker.
Oh my god, this
Watch out. We're gonna get you.
not this time.
That's your boss creature. Is a Tracker.
Oh man, giant shark.
One Tracker.
Man.
Dude, that last round where we were on Fallen Village, man, I was dealing with trackers and mortars, dude. And I couldn't herd when it gets like that. I can't herd.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. I'm going for some Iris. Move my more bigger back and forth to pick up Iris.
Copy that. Let me lure up all these guys now.
Hey, see, you ever heard of that song called Gypsy Woman Took the Waters?
Oh, which band is it? Sounds like Grateful Dead.
Well, I don't know if that, but the like song online is La Da Dee or though.
Sounds like that sounds like some hippie shit. I hate hippie shit.
Dang. I've seen them too much. I've seen them a lot.
Hipsters. Hipsters, I hate all of them. I don't like them. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that vibe. Counterculture. What the hell does that even mean? Sounds contrarian. I hate contrarians. Going against the natural order. In favor for some man-made shit. Focusing on the creature rather than the creator, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea.
What will first time I've ever heard an American use that kind of word.
What's that?
Not my cup of tea. I thought we only say that here in England.
I'm not a normal American now. I have a strange relationship to my country of origin. Estranged, more likely.
Your country of origin, which is?
America. Well, America, technically, it's hard to consider America a country. It's more of a corporation. The way it functions. Because if you were going to say a country usually has a nationality involved with it. Like if I said, if I told you I was Chinese, you would have a picture of me in mind. If I said I was Russian, you would picture me a certain way. If I said I was from Uganda, you would have you know what I mean? You can visualize those people, but when you say American, that's hard. You might want to think Anglo-Saxon, but you'd be more closely assuming Hispanic or native. Or, you know what I mean? When you say American, like, you could be talking about any kind of person. Americans can look like anything. I wouldn't call it a country. I'd say that's more of a corporation type deal. Like, we literally are, when you're an American, you pay taxes. And you live here in America, you literally are like a worker. You're treated as an employee rather than a citizen.
Are you going to put air towers and such in the lobby?
Oh, we'll do that on the 3rd. I believe. Right now, we'll just put down the cardboard fencing. Yeah, this is the 3rd. No, it's the 2nd. Current wave is 2. Yeah, we'll just put we'll put cardboard fencing for now. It should suffice for the moment. You don't have to waste your air turrets. Yeah, 56% of the American population is persons of color. So that could mean anything, truthfully. 56%. 56 are either they're either black, Hispanic, or other. The weird thing is when we say persons of color, like we talk about them like they're a global minority, when really they're Anglo-Saxon or Caucasian is like 1/5 of the global population. Strange. Demographics are strange in America. They're not reflected in media. Pretty much, I'll say it like that. If you walk around America right now, the demographics you see isn't the demographics that are reflected in media. If you go to a job site right now in America, from the rhetoric you've seen in the mainstream media or any kind of media, is not reflected.
So you'll hear something like people have trouble with at the time they say they have trouble with Hispanics or Mexicans coming in. But if you go to a construction site right now, any kind of job site in America right now, you'll mainly see Hispanics or Mexicans working. So the same people who are saying they have trouble with them being in the country are the same people hiring them and giving them a paycheck. They're bipolar. Here in America, they say one thing and do another. It's hard to tell. It's hard to get. From an outsider looking in, it's gonna be hard to make sense of anything. Let me grab some more lures. Oh, is it past your bedtime, little buddy? Guys, so you guys can do some breathing room.
Mohammed, do you want to go to the side up, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go for it.
It's alright, you gotta remember, I put the cardboard fencing up on the main digger, so even if they make it past me, they're gonna be snared. Grabbing as many as I can.
How are you doing on the field manual control?
I noticed all I really needed to do, I can keep 4 people and any other job on my base as long as I have the food people, the food supply at an A or above. They all function at peak proficiency when you have food. So everything's at A or B.
I was thinking more of the racial cases
Yeah, if I keep the food at A, everything else is A. That seems to be like the only thing that seems to matter with the residents of my mother base. Food. If I can keep them fed. And then sometimes yeah, every once in a while I'll get an S rank, but then it just like quickly disappears.
Yeah, I had 3 at one time, and all of them disappeared.
They disappear, but I know it's just keeping food coming in regularly, then you know, I'm bound to get S every once in a while. They're like cattle. Listen, hey, that's an English saying. Let them eat cake, keep them happy, right?
Every cake and eat it.
Yep. Who cares? There's zombies coming to eat you. We're feeding you, right? Oh, Pony, what happened?
The electric grabbed me.
Just deal with them on the mother base. Not on the mother base. Oh, there's mom. Just deal with them at the main base. And then have yourself running around in circles. Yeah, I don't think you need to do that. Alright, for the last round, no support digger, and I'm not using lures. I'm just going to just put up my air cannons. Whoa, oh crap. I fucked up. Holy hell, I just realized it's 3 o'clock in the morning over where I'm at.
Yeah, I just put it up. I'll see you guys off.
I'll be going to bed soon. I'm having a late night. Sometimes I've noticed with this game, like, I'll lose track of time just fucking around.
Phantom Pain not as much. Phantom Pain not as much. I'm usually more aware of my timing in Phantom Pain. This game though, like I remember I spent hours just customizing my mother base. To, you know.
I can't lie. Goals for me. This game is.
Phantom Pain, I don't spend time on mother base on Phantom Pain. Mother base is like my iDroid. I go through my iDroid and just get everything figured through there. Holy shit, that's a lot of cardboard fence. MGO not even so much because I'm very aware of the timing in MGO because the timing is how you're fighting. Timing is your ally in MGO. Timing is your ally. That's what you're using in Phantom in MGO. That's how all your matches are. You're always looking at the time. You're always like, oh, I got this many minutes left in this round. Yeah. But I never fucked with Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter's what, like, I played Bounty Hunter when I wanted to get used, in the beginning, to get used to controls. The second I got used to controls, I was always Cloak and Dagger. Get it. You know what it is? This game, because you gotta remember, the extreme actually takes quite a bit of time. You know what I mean? The extremes take quite a bit of time. So you're very easily just like focused on what it is you're doing at the moment and you're forgetting like how much time the extremes actually are. I've been broadcasting for 2 hours and 44 minutes and I swear it felt like I just started.
Back in the day, I used to play with a friend of mine on PlayStation 1. Back towards online gaming. The games were different shit.
Yeah.
And you and I would play it until, oh, hang on a minute, you can play midday, holy shit, it's fucking daylight again. I'm like, shit, you know. You look to the window again, and it's like, it's nighttime again.
What do they say? Oh man. That's what they say, time flies, right? Jeez. It's funny how you just lose track though. Like it seems important. Time is one of those things like seems important, but you easily lose track. And it sneaks up on you. I'm about to have like 2 sons. What? Where the hell does that? When does that happen? One day you just wake up, you have 2 sons, a wife, grandkids. Fuck, dude. Oh no, this is bugging me out. I looked at my My oldest. Nah, I gotta call him my oldest. I looked at my oldest today, and I tried picking him up. He's getting hefty. He's a big, muscly little kid. Out of nowhere, he was a baby the other day. And he's like, you pick him up. It's like picking up a little man. Out of nowhere. I'm telling you, man, time is insane. It's an enigma. Everyone always says about time, which always correlates, is they say they feel like they don't have enough. No one has enough time. It's still hard when you. It's hard. I think it's a family thing when you start having dependence. I'll use that word, dependence. You start having dependence, you feel like you never have enough time. Sometimes they're aiming for support structures, like your fences, or if you set something off, or you did a side op. Sometimes they aim at. Yeah, sometimes they're aiming for a support structure. They overshoot. It happens. The AI. Oh, there we go. Oh shit, let me get up there. Oh, there's no wormhole. Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, so I'm fucked. Yeah, I missed it. It's alright, I use mostly this. My hammer.
Use your custom melee, the big gun.
Yeah, I use the hammer.
Yeah. I put one sniper shot.
Melee is the only real good way to deal with Big Mouth because it saves your ammunition, and if you have an efficient melee, you can have. I had him out in about a minute. I didn't go straight over there.
Oh right, so you could easily shoot him before the end of wave 1 then.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, I didn't go straight over. I did some luring for a little bit, then I went over. I think I set up a couple defenses. I just ran over there.
I've put measures in place so that I don't have to worry about ammunition anyway.
Yeah.
I've got 3 characters for example.
I've noticed in this game I've always been a melee guy. Even in the beginning, I noticed like I've always been
That I normally roll with, I sort of give them challenges from time to time, and we have taken out Big Mouth with just normal arrows. That's a good fight, by the way. I recommend that.
Oh yeah.
That was an 8-minute fight.
8 minutes, damn. I liked using the
So I am using the Shooter and Leg Friends Mark 1.
Okay, yeah, I have those too. Oh, really? I have those too, but I don't like them. So this is my preferred outfit right here. Let me see. Hold on, let me change my weapon.
Good, man. That looks good.
This is my preferred outfit. I like this outfit.
This vest makes me look fat. I've got no contour. I'm just straight down the fucking line. I'm looking at
And I don't even carry primaries with me, truthfully. In single player, I stopped carrying primaries. I carry a... this is gonna sound stupid. I carry a slingshot and a Glock in single player.
Alright, you slingshot, do you? That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. But
Yeah.
I've never used it. Never used it.
It's good.
We did try
It's
it as a
good.
challenge once, but yeah, it doesn't do any damage whatsoever, does it?
And, it stuns. Oh, wait a second. You'll always have a stealth kill when you hit them with it. If you hit something with the slingshot, then kill them. Even if they've seen you, doesn't matter what class the zombie is. It could be a mortar or a tracker. You hit them with the slingshot and kill them, it counts as a stealth kill, no matter what instance. So I like it. I like it for that reason and that reason alone. And then on top of that, without using a primary, you get used to CQC, countering and countering your enemy. It forces you to get used to you doing that, which is it's a lifesaver for anyone.
I mean, I've always rated you as one of the best players, and you said that. Yes, I absolutely agree with you. It puts you in even higher esteem, sir.
Yeah. That's my favorites to use.
When all of a sudden, you get a gun as an option.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, this is way too fucking easy.
It is. It is. I've been using the stomp, the backstab, the slingshot. I mean, it's enough to deal with anything you're gonna run across in single player.
Right, as well as invisibility, which is always my favorite.
I usually run Jaeger, by the way, too. I like Jaeger. I like my Jaeger class.
What I like to do is when you get these containers, there's one in particular where it's down in some sort of crevice, and there's like 20 wanderers around it, maybe 25. And I'd like to go invisible and open the container. It's a hard container without them even knowing I'm there. That's a pressure. That's a bit of pressure there. I like pressure. I'm happy to handle it. Doesn't always work. Sometimes no.
You know what I've been doing for that container is I use the crystals and I lure all the zombies to the crystals. Like I'll throw the crystals at the container, and I'll have the container like full of C4. Like I'll throw a bunch of C4 on the container and I'll kill all the zombies and open the container. Like one foul swoop. One foul swoop.
Very good, very good. Those mortals are weird though, aren't they? Because you sneak up upon them, but you normally would with any other wanderer. But they know you're there. You've actually got to sneak up to them a little bit slower.
Oh, use the slingshot. The slingshot handles them. The slingshot stuns them, and the kill still counts as a stealth kill, even if they know you're there.
Right. So what I would recommend therefore then, Steve, if you've not tried it already, is there's a container. You know where the mansion is in Africa?
The mountain in Africa, yes.
The mansion.
The mansion, yes.
Yeah. If you were to go to your recruits and set up a side mission where you've got a container that's inside or on top of the mansion itself, you'll have yourself a nice challenge.
Oh yeah, having to go through the mansion just because like I go close quarters. I don't have a primary. I'm going in just with the Glock and a slingshot. Yeah, it can be kind of tough, but if I take it slow and stealth kill everything in the area and carry one of those air supply units with me, it's not that difficult.
It is if you don't want to be detected.
Yeah.
Stealth, they don't even know you are. Because I think you've got two trappers there. There's a mortar. There's a crawlers. There's a bit of everything there. I love it.
And then the corners are usually blind too. You're usually dealing with blind corners. You don't know what's on the other side.
Joel,
Like
this
you enjoy opening the door,
That's
and
on
then
it.
taking a shot at a wanderer, and then you just as you fall over the balcony. Yeah.
It's very man, it's like Resident Evil. Did you see the trailer for Resident Evil 2, by the way?
I don't play that game. I'm not interested in that game.
I'll tell you, just take a look. It's it's very well done.
How
It's
can
a
you do
very
this
well
Is this a
done.
remake?
It's Resident Evil 2 remake. It's coming out next January. It is very well done. It's a movie. It's close to a movie. What I saw, the voice acting was good. The mocap work is good. The characters actually look like real people. That's one thing I look
Resident
for.
Evil 2,